Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to another Empires and Puzzles video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new hero of the month for February, Iris. Before we get to this video, if you haven't checked out Gemstone Legends yet, come check it out. There are no joke thousands of players from Empires and Puzzles that have come over already, and for good reason. Simply put, it's a really fun game with some big advantages over Empires and Puzzles. We both know that the players that join these games earliest are some of the most dominant players. And this game is starting to really take off, so the longer you wait, the more you miss out on. Not only can you support the channel by using the download link in the description of this video, or by scanning the QR code on your screen, but doing so will also give you a free $50 starter bonus with an epic hero, gems, and gold coins, all for free, just by using the link or QR code provided. And then when you start, you'll gain access to beginner events exclusively for players who use the link or QR code provided that will give you another strong epic hero, a set of 5-star legendary equipment, and a platinum scroll for another guaranteed epic or legendary hero. Lastly, I have created a bunch of videos in a Gemstone Legends playlist on my YouTube channel to make learning this game as easy and fun as possible. So hit that download link in the description and get started with one of the most fun and deep Match 3 RPGs. There's a great community in Gemstone Legends, it has some huge advantages over Empires and Puzzles, and overall I think you guys are really going to like it. Alright, so Iris is part of the 2022 family, no surprise there. Wizard class, passive ability, this hero receives 10% mana each time a buff is dispelled from this hero. Passive resistance against burn. Looking at the stats, pretty good, fairly modern. Obviously, as we've learned, we cannot expect the heroes of the month to be at the level of event heroes. So they're sort of on the softer side of legendary heroes, with event heroes always being more, or not, maybe not always, but the vast majority of the time being more desirable. So attack 784, defense 747, HP 1365. All right. Fast speed, that's nice. Deals 325% damage to the target and minor damage to nearby enemies. So we've seen 320, 330, 360 in other event heroes to 3 heroes, but this hero is doing minor damage to nearby, which means that about half of that, which will be a little bit less than half the damage, because as we've talked about before, as the percent damage increases, as it increases linearly, the actual damage itself increases exponentially. So just expect one decent hit and then 2 softer hits to the sides. Dispels buffs from the target and nearby enemies at the end of each turn for 3 turns. So I expect this is going to be an ailment. It has an icon that appears as an ailment on those heroes that are affected by it, meaning if there is ailment protection on the heroes first, she doesn't actually dispel buffs from the target and then place this ailment. She dispels buffs at the end of each turn. So it could be a little bit misleading, and I wanted to clarify that to the best of my understanding right now, since there's not actually a dispel in here. It's a dispel at the end of the turn, kind of like Francine is sort of the opposite of this hero in that she cleanses at the end of every turn, and that is a buff that the heroes receive. So if the team has an not innate resistance, but has the ailment, this hero resists new buffs, they will not get that cleanse, even though the cleanse could remove it. It can never get placed in the first place. So there's not an initial cleanse there. There does not appear to be an initial buff dispel here either. Deals extra damage against fire. We don't know exactly how much yet, but typically it's in the 20 to 40% range. The They've scaled these back. Vela was the highest we had ever seen at about 75%, I think, and they ended up nerfing that later on. So most heroes fall in this. It might even be 25, somewhere in that lower range. So nothing too incredible, but I guess it's there. Element Link gives all ice allies plus 10% attack for 4 turns. That's pretty much nothing. It's better than nothing, I suppose, but not very good as far as the element links are concerned. 2022 family, meaning there's no family bonus for another 10 months. So that's pretty stupid. I feel like they should release this with, like, when 2022 starts, that family bonus begins. Like, why have you wait till the very end of the year? I think that's really stupid. But it is what it is. So what do I think of this hero overall? We've looked at the skills. We've looked at the passives and links and whatnot. The fact that there's no upfront dispel is a huge drawback, because that means, for example, we talked about the ailment protection. If taunt is active, that means you're only going to hit that one hero. So if you're trying to dispel a Ludwig, for example, you're only going to remove the taunt at the end of the turn, but you're not going to remove the mana buff from other heroes. Same thing with Dispelling Krampus, you're not going to remove the attack buff. Same thing with Black Knight. So there's some serious downsides to this. If there was an upfront dispel, yeah, I still don't think that would work with taunt, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not that interested in this hero. Dispel is definitely a valuable skill, and one that is underrepresented in the 5-star class. This is very unique in the way that it approaches Dispel, but there are some limitations also. So, short answer, is this a hero I'm going to level? No. Part of that is because she just doesn't appeal to me. Part of that is because I have a good amount of blue options waiting already. Should you level this hero? As always, that's very roster dependent. So if you have an excess of scopes and not that many blue heroes that you can use them on, that's a good start right there. If you have wizard emblems also, that's pretty compelling. If you have just enough scopes, I would still wait for a while. You never know what might happen, even with free pulls. There's nothing about her that's like, oh man, that's so good. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you think that I'm missing anything, if you agree, if you disagree, I want to hear your guys' feedback. Please hit that like button so other people can find this video. Really helps out with the algorithm. Make sure to subscribe as well and hit those bell notifications so you don't miss any uploads. And lastly, we have memberships available as well if that's of interest to you. A way to support the channel and also get some exclusive members-only perks for yourself. So link in the description. You can click on that. There are 3 levels, Rare, Epic, and Legendary. And you can see what's included within those. So I really appreciate the support. Hopefully you guys enjoy the perks as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.